Get ready, you are live. Okay. Seems like everything is working. Okay. Well, hopefully this chat is working. Who knows? Where's the... What's the link that I share here? I should add... exchanges are being saved. Okay. Looks good. How do I see my own stream? Your channel. Aha. Okay, here we go. Mute. All right. There we go. It's not like in the movies. It's like in the movies, though. Oops. Link. Copy. Sharing the link to my social networks. And that is it. Just gotta put some tunes on. Just gotta put some tunes on and we'll get cracking. Where my music at? Beep 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 beep. What am I gonna go with? What do I feel like? Nice. Eternal Sonata. Some chill video game. Is this gonna show up here? Yeah. Here we go. There we go. All right. Okay. Oops. This is Unreal Engine 3 code that I used to have. I'm migrating some functionalities since I already had the algorithms figured out and implemented. My goal is to simply start by migrating this stuff into Unreal Engine 4, into C++ code. So I'm going to vanish this into my second screen so I can do it at the same time. I'm going to pull up C++. Actually, I'm going to go here. There we go. I prefer to do it this way. Let me remember. This is a actor. This actually will be an actor. Yeah, I want an actor. Next. V. Path nodes. style. Delta. Is that correct? Keep it too loud for me. There we go. Da, 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 ba, ba. What I've got implemented so far is an user interface that you would expect out of top-down isometric game. I'll show once this is finished compiling, which is essentially the basic functionality that I need to start implementing some actual design, game design, so to speak. So on the Strategy RTS, at least the way I envision it, you can only move between fixed positions. You can't just click anywhere on the map and move there. But the way I'm doing it is I will define those fixed positions on the top layer of the actual navigation system. The navigation system will just be using the Unreal Engine's navigation, which I don't have to do anything about, and they even have templates already prepared for me so that I can simply use one of the navigation meshes and go anywhere by just feeding a position into the character, and then that position will be fed by my path nodes design the way I thought of them. This is the structure of what? Okay, that's it being done. All right. So this is what I got so far. Choosing one of Unreal Engine's examples, top-down example map, and I added the bridge functionality so that I can be sure that it can climb heights and whatnot. Anyway, I need to create a new one. Another actor. V inside path nodes. In this strategy RPG, as I've designed it, traditionally you split out the map into a grid of either squares or axes. Usually those are I can't think of other shapes. Sometimes they do things with heights and different 3D, more complex 3D shapes, but usually it's just either a square or a hexagon. And I'm doing squares, but then within each square, within each there we go, cool. Within each square, just so you know what I am implementing, within each square, which represents a position in the map that your character can move to, I then have okay. I then have inside positions. I believe no corners. I then have inside positions. I then have inside positions. Imagine that I'm good at this and that these are all the same. And so not only I want the player to choose which position of the map to go to, as in either here or here, but then inside each square that we will be highlighting, they will be picking whether to go into offensive position, neutral position, which is the center position, or defensive position. And then it depends on in relative to what, So if you pick this position, you're in a neutral position relative to this side, a defensive position relative to this side, and so forth. And then depending on whether you're on offensive position or defensive position, this affects the ranges of some of the weapons as I've designed them. This is why the weapons ranges are defined by fractional points like 2.5, 1.5, and some, so that you can have an advantage with certain weapons or a disadvantage in other scenarios, but also obviously then it factors into calculations of damage, accuracy, etc, etc, etc. So that's the goal. That's what I'm implementing on top of the navigation that I already have. Yeah, and I already had this working years ago for Unreal Engine 3. I'm now migrating to Unreal Engine 4 before I continue with new functionalities. Anyway, let's go back to C#, C++, I mean, and pull up the Unreal script here. So, let's see, we'll start with the inside path nodes. As we can see, it just has the enum position and then what the position mean. Offense forwards, right and left, offense forward, defense forward, right and left, neutral forward, right and left. Exactly. So since this is the simplest one, we go in here and we just do this. Hold on. So we want an enum. We do not need a tick. Begin play, we might use it. I don't think so. Let's leave it for now, doesn't hurt. And we take out the tick. Let's go to the C.H. Take out the tick. Boom, 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 boom. I know I got an enums. Enums instructs. Here we go. I know I had one of these. I already set some stuff up. Just migrating enums and struct definitions. I haven't put any of this to use. I just know that I'm going to need it. Actually, I just want this. Copy the inside. There we go. Am I using all caps? I'm using all... What? Oh, I already have it. Oh. Past Hugo thinking ahead. So I already have these things defined. They're the only ones that are not. So I'm going to make them offense forward, fence right, left, forward, right, left, there we go, forward, right, then left. We go, neutral, defense, offense. Now let's do the same here. We want to be consistent with the way that with our nomenclature, with our rules for naming things, aka naming conventions. Why do I have two facing lefts? I'm pretty sure one of them is right. There we go. So all I care about adding here is probably want this public. I want to include, where's my hashtag? Okay, includes enums and structs.h. Just make sure that this is already correct. Then go somewhere like here. Add the 10 where blueprint right, read right, exactly. There we go. There, and that's the inside path node as it was in Unreal Engine 3. Oh, this needs to extend path node though. So we're v path node. Hold on. Where's the .h of this bad boy? Here's the .h. Alright, so I'm going to put this in here. And I'm gonna go ahead, do this. And yeah, and include no v path node .h. Let's see if Visual Studio likes this. Yep, we good shit. Okay, so now let's get this out of the way. Now yeah, let's keep these for reference. Let's go back here. All right, now let's think about how we're gonna do this vpath node. So each path node has an array of inside positions and an array of neighbors. This is what's used in the path seeking algorithm and the way I quickly find what path nodes you can navigate to according to the distance of the character, if I remember correctly, whether there is something occupying it, and this will be any actor. So yeah, all of these seem pretty doable. Materials for selected, hover, and unselected. Okay, that's also correct. This I don't think we need. Oh no, we do, because I need to change the material of the mesh. Yeah, so yeah, we need all of these things. Then toggle selection, toggle hover, makes sense. Clear selection. Change heading. Oh, this is marvelous. There's some design regarding heading that I don't remember right now, but that's okay, because in this session I'm not going to deal with anything like that. Alright, then properties, blah blah, static mesh component. I don't think any of this matters. Yeah, none of this matters. Alright. Okay. So let's get these functions. Let's get these functions here. Oh, I also don't need tick here. Let's go to the CPP, take it away. Take this away. Put it to false. Yeah, that's fine. All right. The exciting world of game programming is just like in the movies, you know. Every second you got something happening. The keys are blaring super fast and quick. Boule is occupied. There's some guy with a gun in my pants telling me to go faster. array. Let's see if I remember. It's the array. Yeah. Well, now this is interesting. Ah. There we go. We good? Okay. So AV path nodes. That's what I mean. And this is going to be an AV inside path node. The problem is I don't know that this is a thing. How did I do that? Here, let's see. Depends on V inside path node, and V inside path nodes just extends. Okay. Well, inside path nodes are path nodes, so in C++ I wouldn't have inside path nodes. I will just have AV path nodes, but I'll know that these are the inside ones, so I can later cast these into AV path inside path nodes. I can't have inside path nodes because to do that I need to include the inside path nodes .h, but in order to extend from a vpath node, the inside path node needs to include this file, and that creates a circular including thing, which you do not want. No, indeed. So anyway, then we got the properties. So we got the properties. We got the array, and these will be protected. Not the actor. Pardon me. These aren't protected. Yeah, they're not. They're public. And this is U material. I think it's U material, if I remember correctly. This is a actor. Is it a material? I don't remember. Do I have anything like this here? Yeah, controller. The array. I don't think so. U texture 2D. Yeah. Is U material? Content. Yeah, okay. Content. For Pete's sake. No. I'm Googling right now. I'll never show that on stream. trying to remember what a... Aha! U material instance dynamic. That's what I want. Bloody hell. Yeah. Do I got just U material instance? No. Okay. Okay. To the interface. Yeah. Pretty sure this is it. We'll go with this. I'll correct later if that's the case. And U mesh component, or a mesh component. Oops. U component. U skin, U static mesh component. This is fooling me. What I want is just mesh. Yeah. I think that's all I need. Static mesh. Mesh. Bum, bum, bum. Did the stream die? Ah, no, okay. It's just my YouTube. Pa-pa-pum. Okay. 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 These are protected, and these are not protected. These are public. Here we go. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. I think this is what I want. First protected, then public. First functions. Actually, functions I want after. Constructor at the beginning. There we go. Okay. And this has to be... There we go. There we go. Go. We want pointers to these things. Now we go here. We implement all of these things. Okay. It's occupied. Turn. New engine, new functions, new validity checks. Ups. Ah, really? Ugh. Okay. To bull. Yeah. Wait, did I not make this a pointer? I didn't. Okay. That's my bad. Yeah, okay, these are just return. Where are they? Yeah. Return inside positions. Return neighbors. Okay. Let's see. Mesh. My foot's asleep. My foot is never asleep. Due to the resolution, you can't see what you are. Okay. Hey, Rory. Hi, Jan. Yeah, man. Sometimes you forget to point things because it's rude to point, you know. So you will forget. Resolution. Hopefully that helps. We'll see. It's a bit crazy for me, but all right. Right now I'm just trying to get this thing to autocomplete. Yes. Due to the resolution. I don't know, I'm watching the stream myself. I can read everything. It's a bit weird. Is he on the phone or something? Oh, that's what I fucking want. I'm an idiot. I want a mesh actor is what I want. Like, okay. Mannequin, yeah. Character. Mesh. No, character. Where's the... God. Blueprints. Open level blueprint. Doesn't help that I set all this up at like 3 months ago. It's a strategy RPG. Maybe Shift Alt Enter to use the whole screen. I am using the whole screen. I don't get it. But okay, when I go back to Visual Studio, I'll try. In terms of for VS, yeah. Oh, what game am I working on? Several years ago, I did a strategy RPG basic demo with all the functionality of like you select a character, you see the options to move, attack, blah, blah, blah. Then I only implemented the move, and you click the move, and you could see all the different grids of movement, and then you could move according to the distance that you could. And what I was explaining beforehand is the design that I did, that I came up with at the time, and that I implemented at the time, was that once you had a grid selected, you know, so this is like one square in the whole grid of squares. Inside here, you could then pick an inside position, which would be where the character, so the character would move to the grids. Forgive my lack of, you know, proportions. You would then move inside the little grid square, and then choose whether you want to be offensive on this, defensive, or neutral. The center is another position. And then depending, that would affect the range, because the weapons will have pointer ranges, so to speak. as in like it will be 1.5, 2.5, and something like that, so you can get advantages or disadvantages according to the weapons that you're using, because it is a weapon-only game. There's no magic as far as I've designed it. Anyway, that doesn't matter. It will also affect like attacks, crits, the damage that you take, the damage that you give, etc. If you're in the offensive, defensive, etc. And then the other interesting part is, if you're here, you're in an offensive position to this direction, but you're in a defensive position to this direction, and you're in a neutral position to this direction and that direction, which when I first thought of the idea, I imagined that this would increase that this would increase the strategical depth of what can be simple interactions, but then cannot be. Because usually when you're playing a strategy RTS, if you're used to them, you know that like some of them you can like put a character in a direction. You can put a character in a direction, and then this is a flank where you take more damage, this is a flank where you take crit damage, and so forth, and this wouldn't be that easy to achieve. Oops, alright. Which makes sense to me. So that's what I implemented years ago on Unreal Engine 3, which is what you can see in all these classes. What I'm doing is I started migrating all of that into Unreal Engine 4 and C++, and then I plan to hopefully continue and develop the rest of it, because at the time I only really developed the movement, the path nodes and all of that stuff. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing the path nodes portion of it because I have the navigation down. I can go wherever I want by clicking on by giving the character a position. My goal is to put squares here and then limit interaction with the terrain so that you can only pick the squares that I allow you to pick according to the distance and all of that jazz. Yes, Final Fantasy Tactics had it. Yeah, originally I implemented in Unreal Engine 3. It was a while ago. Back when I was in Japan. Alright. Where the hell was I? Oh, I was trying to fucking remember. No, it is a static mesh component that I want. Static mesh component. This. Whoa. Yeah. Get that change material. I seem to remember. Let's go back here. Close this. Mesh. Skeletal mesh. Physics asset skeleton. Where is the freaking blueprint? Is this it? Blueprints. Alright. Jeez, I'm not insane. Open full blueprint editor. There we go. Viewport. Okay. And mesh. This is the shit I want. This is a mesh component. Right, but I'm not wrong, am I? Stop. Yeah, okay, I'm not insane. This just doesn't want to give me the freaking auto-completion. It really hates me. Thank you. I hope it will be, if I ever make it. All right, I'm gonna go with it, and then if there's a problem, the compilation will tell me, and I'll fix it. I'm on toggle selection, so. Okay. I could do this in blueprints though. It would be simpler. Because I can make a blueprint actor from just the vpath node, then have the own and then set the mesh to its mesh components. and blah 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 blah. I think it's much better if it's done in code though. It's more performant. Just doesn't want to give me anything. Ugh, whatever. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Set timer. And then toggle selection again. What's that about? Oh, if it's selected, we unselect. Otherwise, we select and then unselect. Okay. We'll see. We'll see what that's about. For now, I'll just leave as a normal toggle. Toggle hover. Yeah, okay. If it's already hover, we unselect. Otherwise, we hover. Selection. Yeah, basically this. And changed heading. Change inside node position, meaning because of new heading. Oh, okay. So I guess what I decided, I was forgetting this bit of the design. Squares. Square, square. I guess what I decided was something even more. I don't know if it's a good idea though. But obviously, if we are, where's this? If we are in, I positioned these things wrongly. Dip, bip, bip. I'm trying to remember this thing. It's been such a long time. If I have this heading, then I'm on the offensive towards this side. But I can have this heading so that I'm on defensive towards this side, but then I can be backstabbed by this side. I can be properly flanked by this side. So there's still flanking mechanics depending on your heading. And then the difference is if I am heading this way and I get backstabbed in this direction, it will be better or less bad than if I'm in this position and I get backstabbed. That's the idea. This is well thought out in my opinion. It's interesting. Okay. Bam. All right. So let's see. New heading and I have these path nodes, so... Oh, I changed the names. I should have kept them the same. All right, here we go. Naming conventions are important. We don't want several hour meetings. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna edit. replace, quick replace, in selection, inside positions with inside positions. Thank you, good sir. Why didn't you replace the other ones? Hello? Yeah. What the fuck? Ah, okay. Oh, okay. Ah, just fucking come on. There we go. Let there be patience. Oh, I need to cast this shit. How do I do this pretty? No, I need to cast this. Oh man. Alright, let's just listen to the pretty music and get this over with. No, it's left. Neutral left. Forward. Right. Left. Right. Okay. Oh man, people would be surprised how much, how much of like the daily work is like that, huh, Rory? Okay, let's change this name to this, and we'll put this in here. I don't like this. It's already one of those like design things that just get on my nerves. Okay, so I want this variable to only be to only exist, so to speak, in inside path nodes. But here I am like doing this. Then I guess the question is, why am I doing this here instead of the inside path node? That's where this should be, since I'm changing a character heading. Yeah. So this is a mistake from past Hugo. Made because Unreal Engine 3 actually allowed something not that OBB like. So we're going to move this to the inside path nodes. Going to move the definition of the function. Where is this thing? Yep. Into here. Hold on. This is just change heading. Do I have a get heading? No. I just had a thought. What if I planned to you? No, I think it's fine. I was thinking whether I did have a use for a position meaning in the main path nodes, but I'm pretty sure I don't. This is inside path nodes only. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Okay, so changing inside node position meaning because of new heading. Because trying to remember the freaking design. So I have a square, I have a square, I have a square, a square, I have a square. Now, do each of these squares, which are the inside path nodes that give the final position for the character, this one counting, do each of these 5 squares need their own position meaning? I don't think so. I think the position meaning is of the path node itself. I think that's the mistake I made originally in terms of how I set up where I set up these functions. Switch new heading case. If I'm facing forward, then my inside. Oh, I'm changing the position meanings of all. Ah, okay. No, it's correct. It's correct, but I think this is designed in a convoluted way. Okay. Okay. What I'm doing here is, originally, how I thought of this is, if I'm facing this way, then I want to let this inside path node say, know that the meaning of this position is blah, and the meaning of this position is blah. So this is like defensive back. But if I'm facing this way, then this one is defensive back, and this one is not, and so forth. That's what I'm doing. I'm changing the position meanings of every inside positions so that later, when I'm interacting between the characters and I'm throwing the attacks and defenses, then I will know immediately, because I can just contact the inside path node where the character is at, and blah, blah, blah. The thing that I'm struggling with right now in terms of maybe I want to design this better is if the character is positioned here, then, and facing this direction, this is the only position meaning that matters. So maybe I just want to send this into the main path nodes, and then I can just ask the main path nodes, like, where is this guy? No, because the request, so to speak, the check will come from any of the 4 positions, and then they'll have the inside path nodes. Okay. At this point, I'll just trust past Hugo and his past algorithm and keep going. So if this thing is inside, I'm still gonna change inside the path node, and I will simply get inside position, and when so I'm thinking when I change this heading, when I get this function call, so that's what I want to do. So maybe I want to do something on the main path node when I do change my heading, but it can be re-implemented so that then I do know that the inside path nodes that I am will want to do this. So we are not going to do anything here. This is just virtual. And then on the inside path node, we override that thing. Is public? Yes, makes sense. I need to add new function as well. can do that after. So, oh, whoops. Change heading. Okay, this is already here. That's cool. So, oops, da-da-da. Ai, cacete. Okay, do we still know? Yes. Is okay. Shouldn't be. Oh, right. I forget where I am. There we go. And this will be the same thing. This will be... fucked up again. Yes, of course. Because... let me do this first of all. And this is position, meaning, yeah, tactical positions. I'll start doing this because the red lines annoy me. Okay. It'll still take a bit of a while, but I can't wait until I'm doing new stuff. Because it's such a mind fudge to try and just remember to transition old code into new code. Even when the language is the same, it's already like, ugh, let alone when it's a different language. But that's why we do it in the wee hours. Nope. Don't make a mistake. That's why we do it in the wee hours. With some nostalgia blaring into my ears. Okay. So I still don't want this, because what I'm doing is the path node knows which heading to change. Yeah. But the path node knows which inside position he wants, so I can't just do that in terms of overriding and re-implementing, because that is just not what I want to do unless I can find out. Yeah, I can do I'll add a int 32 index. So the problem I'm facing here, it's a purely problem of design, of code design. I want this position meaning thing for the inside path nodes, and each inside path node has a position meaning. Whenever a character is in the bigger path node and he decides to change his heading, scrolls on a prison wall. Jeez. Whenever what was I saying? Whenever a character is in the path nodes and changes heading, we want to change the position meaning of every one of the inside positions. The fact that I have 8 means that it's not just these 5, it's also these. So since all these position meanings change, only the path node knows to what position they change. So my idea right now of trying to make it virtual and then I'm calling some kind of one-to-one relationship doesn't work, because what I want is 1 to 8. So 1 to every inside position. And originally, because Unreal Script allowed it, this could be an inside path node, but it really can't in C++. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an index, and then here I'm going to do a switch inside the switch to that index and find my position. Now this looks kind of ugly in code, but it will be very immediate in execution, which is always what I personally care more about. Is not the it still will be readable. It will just produce a bunch of code lines. There's probably a smarter way to do it, but for something this small, I don't know. I think this is fine. So inside index, or I should say inside grid index, let's call it. Then we'll do a switch here on this one. So my intention with this is then I can come here in this function and do a for each. I'll write afterwards properly, but I can do a for each on the inside path nodes where I can cast to v inside blah 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 for each path node blah 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 blah. And this will be okay because I'm in the CPP, so I can actually I either do this, I cast directly because I'm in the CPP, so I can actually get the I can actually include the dot h, or I'm going to do an actual virtual function that I will call here, and we'll do it that way. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is, for every inside path node, I'm going to call changed heading on them, and then, because they're inside path nodes, they will be implementing that and calling this function, which will just do one change. So case 0, case 1, case 2, case 3. Oh, by the way, don't these have breaks? Oh, okay, they do have breaks. Case 4, case 5, case 6, case 7, case 8. Yeah. And there it's like my position meaning equals this, and then break. All right, so I'm going to do this to all of them, and then I'm going to go back and do the for each and call this function on each of these inside path nodes, which will implement into this one and call this. That's what I'm going to be doing. It's going to take like 20 minutes or something to write it all. So let's get cracking in silence and peace and quiet. Actually, I think I prefer to do it this way. That's the right. That's pretty cool. Thank you, thank you. It's something meme. Ah, fucked up. Okay. No, that's correct. Oh, what's wrong here? Is it? Ah, okay. Facing back. There we go. Ugh, the hell? Ow. Good night. Thanks for checking out. I'll do that after. Consideration again. Is there a better way to do this? Can have a map inside of map with an enum and an int with the position, the third position, and then set them all up in play. Might be better. Nah. Screw it, I only have two more. Screw it. This really feels like probably it's, I don't know. It's probably something I could like calculate. Probably. But I'm in too deep now. I'm on the verge of being done. I only have one left, so whatever. I'll just have to trust past work. That's not correct. Defense right, neutral right, defense right. Yeah. All right. That's that. Let's just make sure. Oops. Okay. Let's see here. So, defense right, neutral right, defense forward, neutral forward, defense forward, offense left, neutral left, defense left. Then we got offense right, defense forward, neutral forward, defense forward, and offense left, neutral left, defense left. Good. Offense left, offense forward, offense right, neutral left, neutral forward, neutral right. And that's, and defense left, defense forward, defense right. And finally, these are incorrect. Yeah, they are incorrect. This was correct, right? Defense right, defense forward, defense left, neutral right, neutral forward, neutral right, defense. Okay, these are correct. These are not incorrect. So this is right forward left, right forward left, right forward left. That's correct. But it's offense, neutral, and it's repeated neutral. So we're missing defense. go. Go here. For v path nodes. Oh. V path nodes. Inside nodes. Inside positions. AV path node, I keep forgetting. There we go. Pointer. Inside nodes. Changed heading. New heading. And this part at least feels like exactly what I should do to get something like this done. What's wrong here? No suitable conversion function from AV path node to AV. Oh, is it not a list of pointers? It should be a list of pointers. And this is going to be a list of pointers as well. Yes, calm down. There we go. Okay. Okay. Good. So this will call changed heading, which this is inside path nodes will then do this, and depending on their index, bam. Now, just to make sure, we can on begin play, we can for int e equals 0 e inside positions. I believe it's num, e plus plus. Inside positions get, oh, actually, this is protected, so I want to make it public. Yeah, I want to make it public. Actually, that's why, see, now if I have this, I can just do a get my position meaning from whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's just get this over with. So yeah, index, what did I call it? Inside grid index. Inside grid. Oh, then I need to cast this to, okay, no, that won't work. Bloody hell. Okay. Okay. So the path nodes will have a public 32 grid index, which we'll make into a property as well, in case we can make it, because it's possible that we might be able to make a use of this. I can make a system using the grid index somehow, and this will just be what these guys use. Instead of inside grid index, you're just going to use the grid index, but you're an inside path node, so your interpretation of the variable is different. There we go. There we go, and begin play as I was doing over here. Inside positions. Grid index equals E. There we go. There. So my idea is I make a blueprint out of a vPath node, and inside that blueprint I have the array, which I can do here, and then I position it, and possibly I will later come back here and actually position them all, create them here basically, not, yeah, create them in the constructor or in an actual begin play. I will create the inside positions and position them accordingly to me, because I will know the distances and whatever, but that I will think about later. Just checking chat. Okay. For now, they'll have the grid index, and the idea is that I create a blueprint out of a path nodes. And I create a blueprint out of an inside path node, and then inside the blueprint of the path node, I actually put these actors inside of it, inside its hierarchy, and manually assign them. So on begin play, we give them the right grid index, and then whenever a character comes into here, we set all this stuff as it should be. That shall be the idea. That sounds like a plan. But now we're going to have compilation issues with the way that I'm using the mesh and stuff. So let's take care of that after we take care of this. Okay. Let's close this. Let's close Unreal. And let's see what the problem is with the way I use the meshes. There's no begin play. Well, let it complain. Now we're building. Now it's time to check the chat. Well, seems like there isn't a problem after all. Pointer to incomplete. Oh, that's the problem. Of course, I need to include. Well, engine. Static mesh actor. Is that what it is? Hold on. vPath node. Static mesh component. Okay, hold on. POC. I want it here. No, yeah, that's no problem doing it here. It's here that I gotta include whatever I need. I think it's static mesh actor. I guess not. Static mesh component. Yeah. Okay. So engine, maybe this one. Static. Where's the static mesh component? Static mesh component includes Googling. How do I include this? Where is this thing? Because something. Okay. I'm seeing that it does have the functions for get material. Does it have for set material? I'm suspicious that it compiled. Sometimes like it doesn't compile the right classes or something. Yeah, there's no set material, and I'm using set material, aren't I? Yeah, I am. Alright. Alright. I want to include though. Where's the static mesh component set material? Is there not a set material? Let me remember. Oh, it does have the function set material. Okay, does this guy have the includes in this example? No, they don't. Ugh. Just so annoying. At least it is material interface though, so there's that. That's what I use, right? No, it's not. It's not at all. Alright, well, material interface is what I want then. This name did seem oddly suspicious. Okay. Okay. But what is the include so I can see the auto completion, because I might need it. Documentation. Nope, that's useless. Ah man, this documentation is so annoying. Okay, so there's this thing. What the static mesh component. Yes, I know. Wait. It is in the engine. Pardon me. Runtime classes. Oh my gosh, man. It's not an engine. Where would it be? Come on, guys. Someone give me the includes. I'm about to just move on. Boom. What, this guy doesn't have any includes. Game framework, character age. So is Visual Studio just pranking me then? I guess it's just the Visual Studio is just pranking me. Annoying. Yeah, this guy doesn't have an include. Alright, let's see. Alright. I guess we'll just move on. See if we don't have a problem, then we don't have a problem, I guess. I suppose. I guess I can always, as one last hurrah, I can use static. No, wait, that's not it. I can go to UE4. Source runtime. I was looking inside the engines, right? But let me see if there's another part. Component. Let's see if it finds. Oops, it's over there. Ah! Okay. Mesh component, static mesh component, and this is inside external dependencies. That's not promising. Yeah. Structable. Custom mesh component, custom, procedural. Static mesh component adapter. Ah, there's so much stuff we never use. Mesh components. Well, I'm happy. Whatever. So, get my bearings. I got the stuff in. So vPath node and path node are in. Now I need to create the blueprints. First of all, static mesh is just a cube, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. And then I resize it and whatever. Then I have the materials, which don't matter right now. All right, let's open. Stale. Vilwin's Tale. A tale about Vilwin. Okay. Let's see here. Blueprints, my own. Blueprint class. all classes, v inside path node, select, v inside path node pp, and blueprint class v path nodes pp. There we go. That didn't go well. v path nodes pp. Thank you. All right, sweet. Let's open this up. Okay, add component, cube. Here we go. Okay. Oops. Okay. So now v path nodes, and we will. Where's the mesh? Did I freaking forget? Did I make it a property? I did. Okay. Oh, I minimized. Okay. It's all fine. The material is gonna be here. This is what we're gonna change. I have a lot to play around with. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. I'm going to get some tea. There you go. Be right back. right. Okay. Okay. So let's pick the materials that we will want to use on this cube to practice our things. Basic floor. Okay. This can be our unselected material. Oh. Okay. Grid index 0. Yeah. So this can be our unselected material. We're gonna write it down. Basic floor. Selected material. And then basic wall. Layout and burst. Fire. Okay, no, that doesn't work. Glass. Okay. Actually, this will be our unselected material. And this will be our selected material. Our unselected material will be this, so we just use the floor. And glass. Hover material will be... let's see. Anything will do, because we can work on the materials later. What matters is that the materials switch, so we just want something that looks acceptable, like to see. Heat distortion. Interesting. What does that look like? Let's see. Like nothing. Yeah, okay. Definitely not. Let's see. I'll be switching on the second screen. I'll be switching materials. Let's see. No. Not good. By the way, the glass looks okay. Yeah. That's nice. That's nice for unselected. And then the other one was basic floor. That's probably going to be the same, right? Yeah, basic floor. It is different. Great. So we can definitely use the basic floor as selected, and the hover can be basic wall. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. Cool. So, basic wall. So these are going to be our materials. And this size will be enough, I guess. Well, not really. I mean, the character is this size. This is the size of an inside node. That's what I'm gonna go with right now. Yeah, this is an inside node. So what we want is something more like... Oh, it's the second screen, my bad. Well, if that's an inside node, that's 1/9 of episode 10, I guess. That's 10. Nope, not at all. It's 4, probably. Yes. Yeah. Ignore the rest, because I mean, all of this stuff is It doesn't matter. Okay, so we will have like 0.2. Yeah, this will be like 3D overlays over the map, which will change materials. So let's go with this guy. Yeah, right now he's climbing, but they're not supposed to climb, so we go here. It's static, it's not gonna be movable. And then no physics and definitely no collisions. Nope, block all, no collision. Oh, actually we're gonna need overlap. Overlap solids by default on new custom channels. Well, let's go with default for now, and we're gonna set it with custom, I mean. Sorry. We're gonna set it to query only. Query only. World static is fine, and for now we're gonna ignore all, block camera. There we go. Block camera, no. Ignore all. Yeah. Query only. There we go. Generate overlap events. Yes, yes, yes. Trace, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that should be fine. There we go. That's what we want. That's what we want, because these materials are just like, they're going to be transparent and whatever. Okay, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Whoops. So it'll be like, there we go. Yeah. That is correct. That is correct. Good. So, our goal will be that now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to check the original code on how the selection was going forward, because I want to see if I should go with it or if I should do the basic functionality from scratch, which would be essentially to explain from the scratch. As I said, all of this navigation and path node usage is already set up with the old code, with this code. The thing is, now we go into a territory where this code, all that algorithm is split apart between player controller, player input, player pawn, camera, and game? No, not game. Level manager, maybe advanced turn. Yeah. So because it's all over the place, I might want to do some things from scratch. I'm gonna check right now with that. So we got player pawn, does nothing. Good. That's good. Land movement state. Huh. Okay. Player input. Just getting the mouse position. Okay, that doesn't matter to me. So good. Player controller. This is okay. So lock camera, normal camera, unlock camera, toggle camera. Be lock camera, confirm and turn. Ooh, yeah, in Unreal script we would use Python like stuff. Ugh. With states and whatnot. I'm still gonna implement states, but in a different way, of course, in the way that you would in Unreal Engine 4. Let's see. Character moving, function left click. This is if the character is moving. Yeah, exactly. I'm still gonna implement states, but it's gonna be different. Oops. I'm getting the tea bag, just to explain. All right. Look at this. Sleep and go-tos. This is because this is such a different thing. I might go and start implementing this from scratch. So first I would do something else. I'm going to explain how I would proceed with the point of producing these kinds of stuff. So the first thing I would do is changing the material when I hover to the hover material, and then selecting and deselecting. So I would like click and the material will be selected, and click again, material would be unselected. And this is like a very simple toggle thing. Should be easy to do. Whoop, whoop, okay, sorry. It's fun playing around with games. So that's how I would proceed. First I would do the things, right? Then I would do the inside path nodes, and I would bam, bam, and I would fill this with inside path nodes, and I would do it so that when I click on the path nodes, this guy moves to the specific position of the inside path nodes, presumably the center, right? So even if I click here, he would go here. So that would do that part of the functionality. So I would do that little override. Then I need to look at the code, disengage this part, this interaction of the mouse. So I need to look at the level blueprint and the blueprint of the character and see what's capturing the mouse click and moving the character along the navigation mesh. And I would have to disengage all of that and then go through my own created pipeline. Pardon me. Because the concept that we need to separate, that we need to veer away from, a very different concept from this, from the concept of this top-down example map, is that here you are controlling one character. So the player is the character. But in a strategy RPG, the player is not the character. The player is the character that the player selects to be. You know, so the idea is that the character is standing here and I am the player, and I can move the camera without having to move anything else, and then I can select the player, and then I can select the thing, and, you know, going in that route. So I gotta figure out if I should start from scratch or I can just mindlessly copy code. Player control is basically states, but I can do the states just fine. Go to waiting for turn. Go to select character action. So this is just, no, waiting for turn. Yeah, and then this is go to state. So this is changing states. This is just a while or a for, whatever. Yeah. Then okay, so the HUD code is also going to do a lot of stuff. Ooh boy. Oh man, look at how hard working I was back then. Yeah, but I probably am better off doing this from scratch. Stop on, let's see, post begin play. Remaining squared length to destination, that doesn't matter. It's very good. Zoom out, free cam distance, doing zooms and stuff. Because I think the only thing I care about as far as this is concerned is the algorithms themselves and these implementations. For example, select character action. I'm going to have to look into CA move, CA defend, and what I do. Target, selected character, exhausts moves and actions. Exhaust moves and actions. Oh, this is okay to change states. Okay, so off stream I need to go over the state flow and make a drawing of it so I can implement it from scratch. It'll be easier than just copy pasting and trying to re-implement things from blind, essentially. Waiting on character, blah blah blah. Okay, position to enter. Yeah. Game has almost nothing. VHUD has a lot of stuff, but I think it's just drawing things. Yeah, vpath nodes. To do add others. Right, so whenever we select something, I would toggle the selection, but right now I only had a vpath node. Okay. V controller. On console command, unmoved, and turns moved, and turns moves. So this is the general controller. This will be the new player controller. Right. Walk 2. I call this the player controller, but it should be called character controller, and this is the controller. Taking action. Using skill. Yeah, destination is not valid, not a vpath node, or is occupied already. Add everything. All the turns and moves. Very good, very good. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it from scratch. I'm looking for the algorithm. It should be, I guess it's in vpath HUD, I mean. List selection, cycle selection, right. Camera's rotation. Select list character, headings. Yeah. Selecting inside position. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to do. Click to move. Camera. Not a lot in camera, I guess it doesn't matter. But where is the... Walk 2. Where is the... Okay. Path nodes. Neighbors. Not here. Okay. Get neighbors. Find all in open documents. Never used. Interesting. Alright, past Hugo. Fair enough. Okay, so let us do the whole hover thing. So fit graph. Where is player controller? Levels, outliner, blueprints, open level blueprints. Where's the game instance thing? Maps. Top 10 example map is where I am, right? No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm looking for the game instance definition so I can see what class it's loading as a player controller. Although, is this it? Reference viewer. This is being used. Oh well, that's really useful. Reference viewer. Another very useful thing. Network player. What is this spawning? Must be out of my mind, like, for real. Must be forgetting a window. No, where's my tea? Ay, ay. See here. Trying to find out what kind of player controller it spawns so I can override some codes and start changing the behavior of the mouse and the way it traces, what it does when it clicks, etc. Okay. Wheel and tail player controller, wheel and tail game modes. Okay, so it is my stuff. There we go. Player controller class, a villain player controller class, and player tick, move to mouse cursor. Ah, here we go. Okay. Alright. So we're getting this. Show mouse cursor, default mouse cursor, crosshairs. Yeah. And then move the cursor. Tick while desired. Then move to mouse cursor. And this is where, here we go. Simple move to location, my pawn, get cursor to world, get component location. And then my pawn. Anyway, this is it. Move to touch location on says bind action, set destination. An action. Okay, there's apparently an action access defined. So we're going to check that out at input, action mappings, set destination, and that's kicked. That's left mouse button, motion controller, and blah 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 blah. So I want to change this to left mouse button, yeah. And this is sure. EA pressed, EA released, right. So we're gonna change this to left MB. Mouse button left. And we are gonna add one for mouse button right, where we put the right mouse button. Before we forget, we're going to change this here. Here we go. Left mouse button, mouse motion controller, motion controller, R trigger. I have no idea. L trigger? Hell if I know how motion controllers work. Gamepad. Right trigger? Huh. Okay. Gamepad, thumbstick. Yeah. This should be left thumbstick button. No, actually no. This should be gamepad's face button bottom. This is like A for on an Xbox controller, and this should be. Oh, where would I want it? I'm pretending to be using a controller. If I want to like rotate the camera or cancel, I guess B. B would be cancel, right? Yes. Okay, then let's go with B. So gamepads, face button, right. There we go. We'll just call that. For now, we'll keep it that way. Move forward, move right, and turn right. Yeah, sure. We'll keep that. Okay. And then on set destination pressed. I do believe B, move to mouse cursor. True. Player tick. Then move to mouse cursor. Okay. So we're gonna take that away. B moved true if the player should navigate to the mouse cursor. We're gonna take this out because it's not at all in how I designed it originally, and this is the part that's really well designed and was already implemented. We're gonna keep the function, but we're gonna rename it later. This as well, but I guess let's not touch it. Although I really don't care about motion controllers and whatever. Anyway, set new move destination. This definitely stays. It's a vector location, so this definitely stays. On set destination pressed, and this is what we change. On left mouse pressed. On left mouse released. On right mouse pressed, and on right mouse released. Input handlers for mouse button actions. Oh boy. I'm pretty sure I can check my input. I closed it. Because there's more input actions, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm set up, and I set up like navigation with arrows and spacebar, I believe. Let's just check it out really fast. The player inputs. Maybe not. Okay, hold on. Player controller. Let's see. Keyboard movement variables. So we got up, down, left, right. I do believe we already have that in axis mappings. Move forward, WS, move right. Let's add arrow up. Yeah, up. And gamepad's D-pad up. And gamepad. This is exciting stuff. Right. No. Left. Yeah. Actually, I'm not sure. Whatever. Okay. And this is right. And gamepads. I will later like test the functionality. Once I got it down on the keyboard, I'll test it all with the gamepad and figure out my keys. Doesn't matter anyway, because at the end of it all, you can change the keys. Anyway, gamepad right. Oh, this is the turn rate. Never mind. Yeah. D-A, yeah, I need to, the left, I forgot the other axis. Down, but this one is -1, this one is -1, and left on the D-pad, -1, no, yeah, that's correct, and this is down on the D-pad, -1, there we go. That's to move forward and move right, which I do believe we're not setting up here. Oh, yeah, we will in a second. Be moved to cursor. Yep, screw this. Yeah, screw this. What we will do here is check for path nodes and toggle selection. I'll want some HUD code though. Did I set up a HUD class? Yeah, I'll want to set up a HUD class that's keeping track of what path nodes are selected, and so forth. Anyway, I'll do that later. Check for path nodes. No, we'll figure this out. Okay. On left mouse pressed, on right mouse pressed, and then void on axis, move axis, let's call it. On move axis horizontal, voids on move axis vertical. Let's call it that. I don't know why it's red, doesn't matter, I guess. And this is what we will put component bind axis move forward. The axis. This. Slow internet. Yeah, you can tell in the freaking. Okay. Stream health. Okay. this horizontal. Wait, move forward. I get what they mean, but I like move up better. Like move forward as in into the screen, but I like move up better. Oops. This on move axis vertical. There we go. Now we need to change the thing. We need to change the definition of the function so that it's proper. There we go. Now it likes it more, but this won't matter right now. And this is mouse button. No, it's still, yeah, it's correct. Mouse button right. Mouse button right, and we'll change the functions into left mount. Released. Right. There we go. Much better. it? Use static mesh component is not a use scene component. Isn't it? Am I crazy? It is a use scene component. Is incompatible with parameter of type use scene component. Like, are you kidding me? It is. Oh, no, yeah, because this is gonna be a pointer to a use static mesh component, which is just to show. It says right here, use static mesh component, use scene component. You know, this is the kind of stuff that, like, it's annoying. Maybe it still compiles. Let's find out. Clean, just in case, because we've been hot reloading, hot loading, whatever the term is. All right. So it really is telling me that is it compatible with parameter type using component. What am I missing? This should be correct. Use static mesh component pointer is incomplete with parameter of type. Like, are you kidding me? It's really weird. Okay, can I add component? It'll be the same. Probably not, right? Because it's still gonna say it's not a... What the hell, man? Okay, I'm beside myself. Like, what? Create default soup object. That's correct. Use static mesh component. Okay. This is so annoying. Oh, we're back to the fucking includes. That's what I thought. I knew I was gonna have problems ignoring the lack of an includes. And this is where it is. Components. You know, makes sense. Anyway, there we go. All right. Build. Now, if this. What's wrong now? Oh. Something wrong with this. Does not take 3 arguments. Doesn't. Uh-huh. Oh. Forgot this. Build. Let's see. And then I need to figure out the material stuff still. Reference in function, protected, blah 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 blah. Let's see what this is complaining about. Output. This is just easier. External protected, reference in function. Unresolved external symbol on left mouse pressed. What? Okay, clean. And build. Joys of compiling code. Okay. You're going to be a pain. Something that I'm missing here. On left mouse pressed, on left mouse released, unresolved. The include is here. They were protected before. Oh, do they need an they probably need an implementation. That's what it is. That's what it is. Implement your delegates, boys. Implement your delegates, boys. On left mouse. Just let's go here. This is easier. Pock, 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 pock. Good. There we go. There we go. There we go. Build. And then we want more materials. There we go. Thank you. All right. You material. Instance dynamic. I do need this. I do need this. I meanwhile remembered how I want to use this. Yeah. Path nodes equals create. Create default. I believe that's what I want. Material instance dynamic. Text. Oops. Select the material, it's basic floor. Here we go. Actually, unselected, let's call it idle material. I think that's better. Idle material is glass and hover material is I keep opening this. And basic wall, there we go. And then this is not here, this is in begin play, because we're creating instances of the material so we can change them individually. That's the idea. Now I believe this will work. We'll see if I'm remembering something wrong. Yes indeed. Ah, crap. Material. What's this problem with the selected material though? Did I change that? Oh, I can't with material interface. Oh, it does need to be material interface. All right, here we go back again. material interface dynamic. Tuck. There we go. Ah, jeez. All right. Idle material. Idle material. Idle material. And then the thing is, I want the materials to be set on the blueprint. So hold on, let me change this here. So I want, yes, exactly. So I want this all to be still here, okay? Because I may want to change them. Well, but if I have it in protected and I'm in the blueprint, no, it won't be accessed. Yeah. So I want them to be public, but I want basically, there we go. And I want template, template, and template. And this is not a material instance. This is just a U material. Just U material, U material. There we go. And then, because then I can change the blueprint and it changes them all. Exactly. And here I want is material instance dynamic. That's correct. Do I still have some? No. Okay. It's tricking me. Okay. And now here I want to create a file from. Does it have to be a text? No, right? I can just feed it the material. Fname, fname, fname. Oh, it is an fname. Okay. Okay. Then I need to look up how to instance materials in C++. UE4, C++, instance materials. There we go. There we go. There we go. Create. Wait, is this an instance dynamic? Didn't it say it needed to be an interface or whatever? Is with U material interface. Yeah, it needs to be an interface. What am I doing? U material instance dynamic. Oh, but that should still work. U material interface. Okay. So I want this to be an interface. The templates are interfaces. And then instance dynamic. Yes, indeed. This is going to be selected material is equals what the hell? Okay. Selected material template this. Incomplete type is not allowed. All right, we need to get this as well. Include. Is it materials? Yeah. There we go. Instance. Material instance dynamic. And let's get the other one. No, that should be enough, probably. There we go. All right. There we go. Then we do this with the idle material template. We do hover material templates. Let's see if this builds. Because then this is what I want. Basically, I will set the templates in the blueprint. And then whenever we begin to play, we create instances so that we can toggle them, essentially, by changing the material in the thing. Yeah, it's correct. In the mesh. Now I'm thinking I don't need instance materials for each one of them. Yeah, I don't think I need this. Never mind. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't need this. Well, let's comment. Let's see if I need it. I don't think I do. Take the template out, take the template out, take the template out, and comment. Because they can be the same material, because I'm not changing the materials themselves. If I wanted to change properties of the materials, then this would be the case. But because I don't want to, this should be okay. Because there's another way to deal with selection and deselection, which is to have one material, and that changes according to a parameter that you change. So you can have parameters in the material. So for example, even an int that can come from an enum. Obviously, you can convert the enum to an int, but you can have an int which is like 0 idle, 1 selected, 2 hover. Yes, and according to what the parameter is, you can like change properties of the material, and probably there would be a final solution, but because I don't care to learn materials that deeply, this is a fine solution for me. I'll have 3 different materials, and if they're the same material with a different thing, so be it. Yeah, it's better. We'll see. Than having a bunch of instances, because in that way it's better to have just 3 materials that change. And I'm not, instead of having 1 material instance for every path node. All right, it compiles. Let's check if this is what I need. Fill and stale. Open the project. Okay, let's see here. Blueprints, path nodes. Okay. So we can set this to the cube. Shape cube. There we go. And then we can apply the scale again. Let me just... Yeah. It's 442 and static. Always static. Mesh compose static mesh. We set it to cube. Oopa. Nope. Cube. Shape underscore cube. Okay, let's try this again. Let's close this. I want this done right is all. So we're gonna go back and we're going to shape underscore cube, build Okay. Theoretically, I want this on the point where I don't need to set anything. I could indeed even, I wonder, mesh scale. Well, let's see. Viewport. Still nothing here. Well, I guess it's okay. It's disappointing that I need to do this. Okay. We can load rendering. Oh, I think if this is the root object, then it won't be a... I can't scale it. I don't believe so. Here are the materials. The mesh is here. Component replication, variable, cooking, stuff, nothing that matters. Okay, so we're gonna close this, and we're going to add component, template name, set root component. Oh, let me see if I can scale this. Set scale. Set world scale 3D. That's what I wanted. It was 442. There we go. What's up? Oh, it's F factor. Yeah. Vector 442. Mesh. Set. Static mesh. New mesh. Okay. I need to. Okay, hold on. Let me open the project again, because I can get the name, the name that I should put into the text bracket thing. Then if I can change the scale, then I don't need. I can have it as a root component. Cube. Oh, it's just called cube. Wait. Browsing content browser. Oh, it is just called fucking cube. Okay. And I know I can get the path to the name, whatever. Open documentation. Is it just Control C? Ah, it is. Sweet. Hold on. Is this it? Not sure, actually. I don't remember. I've only done this once at the very beginning. Asset localization. No. Asset actions. Select items. Git properties in this. Export, reload. Delete, duplicate. Yeah, no. Okay, let's try this. Sweet. Let's see. Let's see. Son of a bitch. Still doesn't have the thing. Yeah. Still didn't work. I'm doing this the hard way, by the way, because as you can see, this is a cube already. I could just put a variable in here and set the cube to it and blah 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 blah, but I want to do this right. This right so I can learn forevermore. There's so many different ways to approach this very easy thing that I'm trying to do, but I'm going with the one that I don't know because I want to know. I want to know how to do it. This is how you get better. Yeah. Mesh component. Basic shapes, cube. Huh. Okay. Oops. So, mesh. Set static mesh. Sub-object name. Right. Let's see. Sub-object name, sub-object name, sub-object name. Okay. So, static mesh. Ow, 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 ow. No. Okay. Let's just try with cube then. Ah. Oops. Hey. Huh. That had an effect, some kind of effect. kind of wrong effect. Fuck that up somehow. Yeah. Oop, no, go back. Ah! What? Good lord. Okay, whatever. No, not whatever. I need this here. There we go. Okay. Kind of. Kind of okay. Kind of okay. Jeez Louise, what did I do? Okay, is it here? Yes. Okay, that's what I want. Yeesh. Yeesh. All right. Yeah. Fuck this. This is just the name of the object that I create. I'm being really stupid. I'm being really dumb. Okay. Mesh. Mesh. Set static mesh. And this is where we I really believe I don't want to set this as a root component. I just want to add. Ow. Ow. Eye burning. Great. Yeah, exactly. That's what I want. Ah. That's what I want. Then mesh. Mesh. Set. Static mesh. And now I need to create a proper mesh. Oh my gosh. Ah. The documentation only wants me to use blueprints. Ugh. So annoying. Pardon me. That's what I want. Instance static mesh. New object. That's what I want. New object. Instance static mesh. Static mesh. What's up with this? Eesh. Outer name. Transient package. Okay, maybe not. Ah, okay, I reached my threshold. I no longer care. I'll set this in the blueprint. Like, it's just, this fucking, just whatever. I'll set it in the blueprint. Let's go. Because, you know what? Different levels, I may want different sizes of, but I don't, no way. No, go away, Internet Explorer. I've read enough. I was interested, but now I'm no longer interested. I just cannot care enough to do this way. Really doesn't matter. All right. What? Add instance component mesh. Why am I on this? If I put a cube here, it ain't the cube that I want, brother. That's really, really annoying. Holy moly. Okay. Static mesh component root. Set as root, set root component root root add component. What was it? Add child component. What? No. Come on. Add component. Add. Okay, is that a problem? Too few arguments. F attachment rules. Attachment transform rules. Keep world transform. I don't really care. F name in socket. Okay, that doesn't matter. Okay, let's see. My tea done? Yeah, my tea's over. Alright, what do you got for me? Okay. Cube. That's impressive. Okay. Dun, dun. Transform. No, that's different. Okay. Of course, this means now that it can just be the root component, because now I figured out how to fucking do this. I'm sorry, just gets on my nerves. It really does. All right. Can't do this. Can I get this out? Mesh. Set static mesh. Static mesh. Oh, use static mesh. Yep. Create. Let's see. I want something with just a path. No. Man, for the life of me, I cannot remember. How do I create the static mesh? UE4, C++, static mesh. I really want to do this through code. I'm so stubborn. I would never do this on the job. I'll just move on. I would simply move on. I'll be so far ahead. Oh well. Let's open and get the path again. Oops. Right, now I need to find out. How do I get the constructor helpers? Ow. Module core U object, which is in runtime. Okay. Includes core. There we go. Okay. There we go. F object finder. U static mesh. Object. This text. Forget about this and static mesh object. Alright. Alright, that should work. Let's check it out. There we go. Style. Alright, there we go. No material, right? Doesn't matter. Okay, good. Because now relative scale, I guess it's the only thing. Absolute scale. Okay. So we're gonna try and change the relative scale now. Sure, save. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Mesh set scale, relative scale 3D. F vector, F vector for 1, right? Okay. There we go. Perfect. Now let's see the materials. Perfect. Now, no material so far, as we can see. There's the scale. Sweet. We now know how to do that. Mobility. We're going to set static. Mesh set mobility to E component mobility static. What else do we got? Do you want to change? Component replication? No. It's not a multiplayer game. Tags doesn't matter. Component tick. Exactly. Start with tick enabled. Nope. We can never take false. Okay, good. But it's gonna be the same, I guess. Okay, let me just mesh tick set component tick enabled false. There we go. And well, mesh, let's see, start. Yeah, okay, I think we're good. Transform physics, it's fine. Mobile, change loop, collision. We'll change that in the blueprint, like fuck that. So block all dynamic right now. We're going to put it to custom. Again, query only, world static, and ignore all. Lighting, whatever, rendering, whatever, static mesh. There we go. I'm curious to see if the changing the material is fine. Curious to see. So for example, we can on begin play, we can do mesh set material 0 selected idle material idle material. Can do this. Let's close this. Share, build, okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. And now we're gonna how was it? Let me put this on the other screen. Selected material is basic floor. Hover material is basic wall. And idle material is basic. Wait, idle. Oh, glass. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. There we go. It worked. It changed. And the clicking no longer works. So that's working as well. Now I am going to, in order to test this further, we are going to, do I want to do this today? Because it's already midnight. I'm kind of tired. There was so much catch up to do now. I kind of feel bad that I was lagging so much on some of this stuff. Yeah. can actually do the same thing here. I can do like, once we understand stuff, we can just go ahead with it, you know? Like, I'm pretty sure now I can do this. I can do this. I can do like idle material instance, idle material ref, let's call it. And then I go on Unreal. I go here. I do this. I do copy reference and I copy the reference to here. Bam. Idle material reference. Well, let's call it material reference because I think I'm just gonna set like so. Idle material equals material ref. Sorry, object. There we go. There we go. And then if we want to be completely safe, we do if material ref succeeded, then we do this part. Although if it's none, like who cares, right? Yeah, we don't care if it's none, so let's just go with it. And then what we can do is the other ones, obviously. Oh, they still need to be defined. Okay, then if that's the case, then yeah, we're gonna do this. Idle material. Meanwhile, we're gonna come over here. We're gonna do blueprints, vpath nodes. We're gonna clear these things just so we confirm this works. And save selected. Idle material, it's gonna be this one. Then we, and by the way, a mesh set material idle material 0. Oh, the other way around. Now we're kind of progressing with what we're trying to do. This way we are initializing everything by code. Oh, not this part, just this part. Bam, bam. And we go with selected material ref. Hover material ref, and oh, now I lost the path, damn it. Okay, but it's fine because they're all gonna be the same place, so all I need is the thing. So hover is this, and the other one is basic floor, which is the selected material. If they happen to be somewhere else, then I'll have to correct this anyway. And hover material ref with the object, and here we'll have hover material, and here we will have selected material. Took me 2 hours, but I'm finally on my groove. Okay, building to reactions, and voila. Let's open this up and see if it worked. And meanwhile, we're gonna like set materials. Set standard mesh. Parameters, I don't know. I'm already lagging. I'm sleepy. There we go. Set materials. And let's do this at the end. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, and they're all set here. As you can see, they were reset. I'm kind of concerned though. Was it looking different earlier? If I click play, no, it's exactly there. It's correct. It doesn't click, it doesn't move. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna stop here for now. Maybe tomorrow I'll start earlier and do more hours. I don't know because there's a lot of stuff that I need to look into because of real life situations. And then I'll continue. Tomorrow, what we're gonna do is we're going to do the mouse hover. Um, it's easier to see here. So we're gonna do mouse hover. I want to select hover when I hover it, and then I want to be able to click it. When I click it, I want it to select. Then I click again, it unselects, or maybe holds to select and let go to unselect. That will be faster. But after that, we're going to figure out the movement in terms of setting the functionality of moving the character to a specific path node. So like move to this path node and it will find which position it wants and go to that position. And according to the game design flow, only after you arrive do you pick which position to be on, and the heading as well. So we'll have to see. Yeah. I don't quite remember how I did the heading selection, but for now, it's gonna go to the center even when I click here. That's gonna be the goal. Pardon me, and hopefully we can get that done tomorrow. That's what I wanted to do today, but got delayed by a lot of what even is this and that. Let's delete this. I don't need this. All in all, good progress in terms of learnings. I will not soon forget. And at least I got into the groove. I always feel good stopping when I'm in the groove instead of when I'm blocked by something that I can't figure it out. I figured out everything that I wanted to figure out, how to initialize all of this from codes. And yeah, tomorrow we're going to keep going with the player controller. So hopefully tomorrow. We'll see. For now, bye-bye. It will get better. I can guarantee this stuff will get better. I'm not used to streaming. Programming live is kind of stressful. It's causing a lot of mind lag and blanking and stuff, but I'll get there. And you will see that as we move into things that I'm way more used to, we will get there. We will progress faster and it will be more interesting. If not, hey, at least there's always cool, sweet music. Bye-bye.